From the News Channel 5 network, this is the Plus Side of Nashville.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show. I'm Tawanda Combing. Exciting news for theater lovers. Pippin, the Tony Award-winning musical, is coming to Nashville. Pippin was the most nominated broadcast show 2 years ago at the Tony Awards, winning 4. And we'll get a preview of the musical that's been described as eye-popping, jaw-dropping, and a visually stunning extravaganza. Also on today's show, from performance to visual arts, we'll learn about a new mobile way to explore art and cultural places in Music City. It sounds fascinating. But first, are you ready for spring as much as I am? Well, we're going to bring a touch of the spring season to you today with a preview of this year's Lawn and Garden Show. Randall Lance, the co-manager of the event, is my first guest. Welcome.
Thank you. Great to be here again. We've done this before, haven't we?
We have done this many. This is the 26th
It's
year.
the 26th year.
For the Lawn and Garden Show. The most popular gardening event in Tennessee.
Well, we hope so, and we say we are, so we hope we live up to that, and as far as we know, we definitely are.
You are. I love when I see you because I know that means spring is not far.
And we need it right now, don't we?
We are so ready for spring.
We are, yeah.
For someone who may never have been to the Lawn and Garden Show, Randall, what can they expect?
Well, I hope that when they come to the fairgrounds, and we're at the fairgrounds, we're still there, where we like to be, and you walk in the door and you're going to be surrounded by an awful lot of spring. We've tulips, daffodils, hopefully trees with leaves on them. The smell of spring will also, we changed our mulch a few years ago and went to pine bark, and so now you can smell the flowers as you walk in. And then we have about an acre of floral and garden displays. So you go into the show and you'll have everything from waterfalls to a lot of outdoor living. That's a big trend now, is people that want to live in their backyard with their grills, maybe some TVs outside in a patio situation. We'll have waterfalls. We'll have some really nice structures. I know that we have a new company. I mean, well, it's a company that has a son that just graduated from architecture school.
Oh.
So I'm expecting great things from the Hewitts. So it's a lot of stuff, but the whole room will be full of garden things. And then you can spill out of that building into those other buildings at the fairgrounds, where we have the marketplace, and the marketplace has everything you would ever want to buy. Lawn and garden, and we're very tough on keeping it lawn and garden. We sometimes have a hard time doing that. The floral design gallery will be right close to you when you're in the main room, and there we have 20 some odd of our best floral designers doing these. Well, and they're not things for the dining table. These are things, these are big, humongous things that are just knock your socks off. We take it a little further by darkening the room. It's in a black room with black pedestals with tight spots, so it's very dramatic. We do that. And then again this year, we are back, and for the second year in a row, we're going to do a wine festival on Saturday. So from 12 until 7 on Saturday, it's a little extra charge for that, but you come in and we have 15 local or Tennessee. Now they're all Tennessee wine growers. We know we're becoming a big wine growing making region.
We are.
We are. And so, and there, I mean, I would say that I didn't think it was much of them, but last year I said, wow, this is pretty good. So I'm really pleased to have that. So that's a little extra for us to have as we go along.
Well, you know, from my point of view, having covered the Lawn and Garden Show each year for Talk of the Town, the moment I walk into the actual showroom, the main showroom, I forget that it is, you know, how cold it is outside. Because you're transported into spring.
Into spring, yeah.
As you said, gardens everywhere, beautiful landscape. Because you have some of the top landscape designers in the city.
We do, yes.
And what people may not recognize is that they have created all these gorgeous gardens, but they're also judged on it. It's a competition.
It's a competition.
So they want to do good.
And every year, those of us that work on the show, every year someone doesn't win, and they'll come up and get all upset, and we say, whoa, we don't judge it. You know, all we do is get the judges. But no, it's a competition. And they say, oh, we don't care. But everybody's concerned that they're going to win some award, especially the Best in Show is always the big competition. But it's a good place to go if you're looking for inspiration. If you're looking to talk to someone about landscape things, gardening things, all the people that designed and built these are there. So it's perfect. In the marketplace area, we also have many of the local plant societies, and even people like the Cumberland River Compactor, or people like that that are there. The environmental groups are there, and they're there to talk to you about their groups and their organization. If you want to join, you want information, the beekeepers are there. Always fun to talk to the beekeeper people, and that's such an important thing now, is trying to keep our bees healthy and going. All those folks are around. We work really hard to try to get all these groups in there.
Yeah.
So as an attendee, you can come in and have a good time.
I love that you can ask the experts, because often they will have plants labeled.
Oh, yeah.
And if you see something that you like, often there's a label there, and you can know what you want to purchase for your own lawn.
Yeah.
Now, every year, I know you also have a theme.
We have a theme, yeah.
And that's typically what those designers work from.
It's something for them to work off of.
Yeah.
And we're doing Gardens of Eden this year, and I told them, all right, guys, I don't want to see any naked people.
We don't want fig leaves.
We probably have some fig leaves, but I don't know what but the Gardens of Eden. So we're having a lot of fun of that. And what's going to be really, I think it's fun, because we have the Gardens of Babylon, who you may know from the farmers market.
Absolutely.
They're one of our exhibitors, and I wanted the Gardens of Babylon are doing the Gardens of Eden. So I think that's going to be great fun. So it's a good thing for the. It gives everyone a chance to kind of think about something and be a little more creative. The Master Gardeners are there. We forgot about them. So if you want to talk to them. We didn't mention the lecture series that's going on, and that's a very large part of our budget, frankly. We spend a lot of money on the lecture series, and the lectures will be going on from 11 o'clock all the way through 7 most days. NashvilleLawnGardenShow.com, same as our name, is the place to go with all that detail. But we have Fran Soren from Philadelphia, who's written she's got the 10th edition of her book. She'll be there to talk about gardening and all the gardening things.
She's the featured speaker.
She's our featured speaker, and she's going to speak at the Philadelphia Flower Show, which is the premier show in the country. Yeah. And then she's coming straight to us from there.
So now, you mentioned that last year, I think was the first year, you got this big wine festival. So it's one day. What sort of separates it from the rest of the event? How is it different?
We've changed it around this year. Last year, we put it in the back of one of the marketplace buildings. If people know, we put it in the ag building. This year, we've moved them actually into the back part of the garden building. So as you're walking through the gardens on Saturday, you can also go into this wine area. But it's kind of interesting what we're trying to do. We're going to do that space for the wine event on Saturday, but the rest of the time we're using that space as a demonstration area. So we're going to have people setting up, demonstrating everything from, we don't know yet, to tell you the truth, we're working at flower arranging to maybe some bonsai. We don't know, all kind of little hands-on stuff going on. And we're going to have a coffee bar over there. And so it'll be a nice place while you're in the garden area to sit down. One thing that's cool that we do that most people don't realize, that at 5 o'clock we turn the lights down. And what that does, that gives us what I call night viewing of all those gardens. It makes it a whole different world.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And we tried doing that during the day once, and it just doesn't work during the day. But at 5 o'clock, we turn the lights down. And the best of all worlds is to come at like 3 o'clock or 4. Walk around the garden displays with the lights up, go to the marketplace, come back into the garden display area after 5 o'clock when the lights are down, and you'll see it's all different. It's all new. And then we're going to sell a little wine, so you can go and have the wine thing. But they're doing tastings, but then you can get a glass of wine and walk around. And I think that's the very best time to see the show. And the crowds are gone, usually by the evening. And so I really wish people would understand that that's just the best time to come.
It sounds like it. Well, let's give everybody all the details of when they can actually come out to the Nashville Lawn and Garden Show.
All right, we're Thursday through Sunday, March 5 through 8. We're open 10 until 8 every day except Sunday, and we're open 10 to 5 on Sunday. We do, again, NashvilleLawnandGardenShow.com. Okay. I have a website that says, same as our name, has all the information, all the lecture series, things are there, the times, dates.
Is that where can they get tickets?
You can buy tickets online there. You will have to pay a little bit of a handling charge, like you do with every time you buy online. But you can, when you walk up the door, you walk right in. You don't have to stand in the line. And we do have lines. Oh, yes. Which I love to see those lines.
I know. There is always a line, and it is always a great crowd. But you know what? I would not trade it for the world to be able to go there and buy from the people who are actually selling these, who actually grow them. It is a wonderful event. Thank you so much for coming on.
Well, it's been great fun to be here as always. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Randall. Well, up next, how to explore art and cultural places in Nashville with the touch of a button. We'll be right back.